What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm here at Mercedes-Benz of Bonita Springs, checking out this 2025 Mercedes-Benz GLS580. Yes, that flagship SUV that a lot of other manufacturers compare to and look up to. And today I'm going to take you on a complete tour of it. We're going to check it out: exterior, interior, engine, technology, and the test drive. So if you enjoy watching videos like this, don't forget to check out my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's get back to this. GLS has been around for over 20 years now. It's built on the same platform on the Mercedes-Benz S-Club, and it is the largest SUV that the brand manufactures. Let's take a look and see what we have. This particular one is the GLS580 Pinnacle Trim, the most loaded up. Let's see what we have. If you like the color of it, they call it Cirrus Silver, and has the long hood with the Mercedes-Benz right on top of it. And we have that multi-beam LED headlamps, which are so typical to Mercedes eyebrow daytime running lamps. At the bottom, you see more aggressive design of the grille with air intakes on both sides for that better aerodynamics. We also have this bottom portion that's really cool, almost like very sporty looking one. Huge Mercedes star underneath, which a lot of that radar technology hides. We have the front facing camera, lots of open spaces to help with cooling this powerful engine. And that is a 4-liter bi-turbo V8 with mild hybrid that now produces 510 horsepower, 538 pound-feet of torque. It has made it to a 9G-tronic automatic transmission. It is a 4-motion, and 0 to 60 in just about 4.7 seconds. Look at this, guys. Everything is so well laid out right here in this engine compartment. There's not much room for anybody to work on these, so better take it to the dealership if you need some work done. Hood struts on both sides. We have some sound insulations. We have the double latches right on top. Last time I test drove it, it was smooth as butter. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same, but we'll check it out at the end of this video. And as we take a walk around the corner, let's talk about the dimension of this large luxury SUV, because that's what it is. 205 inches in length, 123.4 is the wheelbase. We have the width of 79.9 and without the mirrors, and 71 inches tall. Now, as far as the wheels, this one sits on 22-inch rims. 285 by 45 is the tire size. We have the large brakes, calipers, and rotors right there in the back. This vehicle is also equipped with the airmatic suspension for enhanced ride quality. So that's basically an air suspension. We also have the extended wheel wells that are painted in the same color as the rest of the vehicle. In the mirrors, you'll find the turn signal with a side view camera and the blind spot assist. As far as the price, let's take a quick peek. $123,155. This vehicle is assembled in Vance, Alabama. 16 is the combined gas mileage, 14 in the city, and 19 on the expressway. It is large. It's very impressive. It also has the proximity entry system on all doors. And as we take a corner here, you'll see this large LED tail lamps, very nice and visible, especially when it is darker like it is right now. It also has an added gate spoiler on this particular one. Third brake light, exposed wiper. We have the GLS580 Mercedes Star 4MATIC. Lots of chrome in here, including this sill protector and chrome at the bottom of the bumper. Now we have a tow hitch with up to 7,700 pounds towing capacity, and both of the exhaust tips are real. Okay, there's real exhaust behind it. Now let's open the gate and see how much room we have. Here's a little bit better view of this back end of this vehicle. Looks absolutely fantastic. You also get this brand new remote. If you purchase one, you have the lock, unlock, press the button to open the rear gate, and then we also have the heading button here. So when you open it opens up to about 22 cubic feet of cargo space, which is not the most, but it's a respectable number. And if you fold down the third row seats, you're going to have about 54 cubic feet of cargo. And if you fold down all of the seats, you're going to have about 79 cubic feet of cargo space. And you do it as such. You see if there's probably something on the seat, on one of them at least. So we're going to have a limited. Yeah, there you go. It just bounced back. But this is how it looks. Now, you fold it down by using the buttons. This is for the second row seat, and they're both up and down, so we can lift them up again. And on the other side, you have the third row seat. You also have the height adjustment on this side. If you want to lower this vehicle to load some groceries or something heavy inside of it, so you don't have to reach up as high. Now, underneath here, we have a spare tire. This is definitely a temporary use spare tire. Look at this tire, how thin the sidewall is. Definitely somewhere to take you to the dealership or service station to get it changed up for you. Overall, a good looking vehicle. In the third row seat, we have the cup holders. We have the 2 USB type C ports on both sides. They have their own speaker, the third passengers do. And of course, the seats are power. So this is what we have in the back. Now, up on top, you also have the ability to close the gate or lock the vehicle once you walk away. And then we, of course, have the red light and the white light to illuminate the space underneath it. Well, let's see what we have for passengers. Well, how do you get to the third row seat? So it's interesting because on this vehicle, there is a button right here. Then you push it, and what it does, it moves the seat out of the way. It also moves the front seat up, so you have enough space to get into the third row. Now, that's not the case for the driver's side seat. This one, you only have the ability to actually fold down the backrest and, of course, adjust the seat, but it doesn't have the same automatic feature. Now, these are the seats in the back. Let me jump inside, see if I can even fit inside. With the seat up, I have enough room to climb into the third row seat. And, of course, if I move the headrest up, I am fairly comfortable. Being 6 feet tall is not bad. If I fold down this seat right here, see what's going to happen. With it being all the way back, I'm definitely going to squish my knees. With this being in the position as it is right now, I have enough room to fit, although barely. So it's not much bigger than on a mid-size SUV, but it is here. Now let's check out the rest of this interior, starting with this door panel. So you have this macchiato beige color. This is the color of the vehicle. We also have the natural oak gray wood trim. This is the adjustment for the second row seat. We also have the heated seats in here. A privacy screen right here. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, there you go. It's fully automatic too. So it's really nice to prevent people from peeking in or keeping the sun out. We have lots of ambient lighting. You can see this is all illuminated as well as behind the door handle. And then we have more storage at the bottom right here. Again, we have this exclusive wood trim package with the illumination. Right in the middle console, you have the cup holders for the rear passengers, as well as the automatic climate controls. And this is a quad zone climate control. You have 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and underneath here, let me see if I can show this to you. You have more USB type C ports, and I'm not even sure what this thing is for, but you can store some more stuff inside of it. Now, both seats have a little bit more storage behind them right here. And here's how it looks with the doors closed. The seats are fairly comfortable. They're leather. They're not the Napa leather, but they're leather seats. And as you can see, you can fold down armrests to be fairly comfortable in them as well. Up on top, you have this huge panoramic sunroof. You also have the additional vents for both the second and third row passenger and additional illumination, which I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that, but that's right underneath this door handle. There is a light there as well. Fairly flat floor, definitely seating for 6, maybe 7 smaller passengers. Let me show you one thing, guys, before we get inside. It is, this vehicle has a soft door close feature. See how it pulls it in? Pretty cool, right? On the inside here, we have the 3-member seat settings, heated, ventilated seats. You can also adjust the passenger seat there as well. We have lock on, lock window, mirror, lock controls right there. The ability to open the gate, more storage at the bottom. We have the illuminated Mercedes-Benz right on the door sill. I'm not sure if you can see it, probably not, but there's a Mercedes star that's projected like the puddle lights. Here, it has the knee airbags as well. And on the side here, you have the adjustment for the lights of this vehicle. On the steering column itself, you have the tilt telescoping, and is this the ability to turn the heated steering wheel on or off. Yep, that's what it looks like. I'm going to show you the steering wheel in more detail in just a bit. The seats themselves, really nice, comfortable. We have some perforation in the middle, some bolstering on the side, and we have the very comfortable pillows for both driver and passenger. All right, well, let me jump inside. I'll show you the rest of this interior. And we're going to start with the sound of the closing door. Very solid thud, but not only that, the noise disappears. We have tons of sound insulations, including the sound insulated glass, thicker glass. I think there are dual panes on both sides. Now with the 2 large screens on the interior, lots of illuminations, and you can see, and you can choose about 64 different colors. Look at this, even right here, you know, on these grab handles. Beautiful. It looks fantastic. Now, for some reason, they locked the glove box, but inside of the glove box, there's a space where you can put like this perfume vial to get the scent inside of the vehicle. We also have 4 large vents right here, and let's take a look at this steering wheel. So the steering wheel is kind of small, to be honest with you, compared to the size of the vehicle, but it's very comfortable. It's a good size. It's more sporty. Okay, and I think I have, yeah, there you go. I had the heated steering wheel. I touched it, and it's nice and warm. So it's thicker at the bottom. Okay, we have thicker in the right spaces here, right places on the side. We have this golf board texture for better grip, and we have the pedal shifters in the back. Now, in typical Mercedes fashion, the newer steering wheel we have on the left-hand side controls what's going on in the instrument cluster. On the right-hand side controls what's going on in the infotainment system. And at the bottom, we have the cruise control, adaptive cruise control. We also have the volume button, favorites button, voice control, and the phone pickup and hang up button. And you switch the gears with this lever right here over there, and then you push the button to put it in park. And that's where we're going to stay for now. Take a look at this setup right here. This is your home screen. You can set up different gauges, understated, sport, classic. You can put navigation in here, assistance, off-road, and you can set up the service page. I think classic works best for me, but you can experiment and see what works best for you. Lots of different things that we can change in here. You can put the navigation here, radio, attention assist, consumption, constant. So as far as the acceleration, coasting, and constant gas mileage. So if you want to find out where you're burning most gas, you can do that here. From reset, from start, etc. We can go back here, and you know, several different options that you can control from here. Reset from start. Oh, let's do that. I'm probably not gonna hurt much, even though the vehicle's only got a few miles on it. 89 degrees outside, you know, because you can see at the bottom, we have 132 miles range. It is a mild hybrid, so we have the power and charge for the batteries. We're in the comfort mode, and there's several different modes that you can choose from. And I'm going to demonstrate it for you in just a little bit now. See, I switched it to sport, and the vehicle is lowering because it has this air suspension. Moving on to the second 12.3-inch screen, we have our full-blown infotainment system. This is your home screen, so you have navigation, phone, wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, media, MB apps, Mercedes Store. Here's your comfort settings. So you have the massage seats. That was super cool. We do the wave massage for driver or passenger. We can do intensive, and yes, I kind of need to relax in here. Oof. It feels so good. Alrighty, guys. Well, we're going to let it play, and let's see what else is here. So as far as the seats, we have the seat kinetics, lumbar side bolsters, heating, seating settings. So you can do that, all adjustments if you want to. Ambient lighting, I mentioned there's 64 different colors. As far as the monochrome, go all the way up
and Mercedes been proud of that for a long time. And you can do the multicolor, and see, I just walk up the Mercedes because it's going to be asking me questions, or at least it's thinking about it. And we can, there you go. I did not subscribe to the service, which is great. I don't want to subscribe to the service. We're going to go back to main screen, hit that off-road settings. You can set it up in the instrument cluster as well. But this is pretty cool because you can see, as far as the angle of which directions you're leaning. At the bottom right here, you have your compass. This is where the torque is coming in. Here's how high the vehicle is. So it's at -1 setting just because I put it in the sport mode. But if I put it in the off-road mode, let's see, let's do that. Activate drive program. Yeah, there you go. So maximum speed for the off-road mode is 68 miles per hour. And look at this suspension, and it raises up like right now. You can see that. Okay, so we also have the steering wheel that's slightly turned, and you can measure all of that stuff in here. Elevation, for some reason, it's not displaying because we're in the garage. Maybe it doesn't have that connection. You can turn off your traction control. You can set on the manual mode, downhill assist, basically. And here is your camera. So this is for your off-road as far as the camera. Front camera image, drive forward to view the ground. And basically what it does, it records what's underneath the vehicle. It's kind of projecting it on this screen right here. So kind of like having this transparent hood. All right. And then again, you have also the ability to see where you're going. And we have the regular rear view camera in here. Don't want to go too far. You can fall off this balcony right here. Okay. So as far as the score, I guess it's got the scoring system for the Mercedes-Benz. Not sure what that is. No data present. And I don't think we want any trophies. The vehicle is basically brand new right now. Okay, so as far as the information, there's a tons of customization in here. So we have consumption, vehicle information. So accelerator, brake right now. I have my foot on the brake. And let's see, I let it off. It stays on because it detects that there is a parking brake enabled. So if I push it to drive, right? If I put this vehicle in drive, am I in drive? Yeah. I start driving, let go of the accelerator, see it goes to 0 basically. Okay, so, ooh, beautiful. What are we here? Let's check this out, guys. The rear view camera. Look at this. Multiple angles. You can see the vehicle from different angles, front, back, side to side. Park assist. Okay, we don't really have any parking spaces here to demonstrate it in, but you have that available. See, that's where you need to go, and it's going to be looking for the parking space and help you get into one. And especially with a large vehicle like this, it is kind of important. Let's put it back in park, and let's see what else we have. So as far as the info, that's your vehicle info. We have the engine information. So that's your torque and power. So your torque with the pound-feet of torque and the horsepower on the right-hand side. And you have your boost pressure on at the bottom right here. You also have the temperature of the oil and the temperature of the coolant. So everything that you need to check in this vehicle. Go back to the main screen, settings and devices. Tons of customization, probably the most advanced system that I've seen on a vehicle. And I've been, saying that for many years, and Mercedes just improving on that year after year. Of course, the devices, like I mentioned, you can connect the device that MBUX. That's going to be the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. And here is your home screen. As far as the navigation, it's a good looking navigation. Do we have this 3D navigation right now? That's 2D. Okay, well, we have the 3D. But do we have the augmented reality when we start driving and set the navigation? As you drive and you get closer to the intersection, it's going to show you the picture of the road ahead of you and which turn you do, especially, important when you have like 6 corners or something like this. All right, well, this is your infotainment system. Down below here, like I mentioned before, very powerful vents, and here is your climate control shortcuts, basically. So that's what you have. Here's where you stop the vehicle, okay, and then you have wireless charging pad. You also have two USB type C ports and nicely illuminated cup holders. Now, this is cooled and heated cup holder, so if you put hot coffee in it, you just set it up for heat and it's going to keep it nice and warm. Same thing for the cold drinks right here. And here is your control settings. Here's your trackpad to control what's going on in the infotainment system. One of three different ways to control it, actually four if you include the voice control, but if you prefer the old style, you can do that through here. Here's where you change your dynamic settings for the vehicle. Parking assist, here's your vehicle shortcuts, and new for 2025 we have this fingerprint reader, so you can customize your setting and save it under here too. Navigation, map, radio, media, telephone, and volume. This has been with Mercedes-Benz for years and years. Here we're going to see that this is your height control, and you can adjust that accordingly. And also you have an additional storage here for the wheel lock, so nobody steals those beautiful 22-inch rims, and additional USB type C ports. Now, as far as the drive modes, let's go and see what we have. So individual allows you to customize the comfort. As far as the individual allows you to customize the engine, suspension, steering. Sport, gives you pretty much everything in sport. Comfort, and then the off-road. I'm actually going to put it in sport, just prefer this mode for some reason. And moving up here, we have the truly frameless mirror. Look at this, guys. It's really nice. There's no display camera. I don't know if they have it available or not, but it would be nice. And we have the LED lights, and then SOS, Mercedes Me, and push this button back. All right, we have this huge panoramic sunroof that opens up, allowing you to get more air and more light inside this vehicle. And I don't know if you can hear it, but there's definitely a difference in sound level here. So in addition to that, we have the illuminated visors and the dual visors, actually. So if you get this one out of the way, you can have the visor on the side and in the front as well. So kind of the best of both worlds, so the light doesn't blind you. So this is what we have for the interior of this 2025 Mercedes-Benz GLS 580. Now let's talk price and take it for a spin. And as far as the different models that are available for 2025 model year, we have the GLS 450 starting at $89,200, 580 starting at $114,800, and then of course the GLS 63, that's $149,500. For those of you that think that these are not luxurious enough, you can also get the GLS 600 Maybach. That's about $200,000 or so, and that's a completely different animal. Now, to be honest with you, I don't think that I personally would need the Maybach. Maybe would be tempted with the 63, but this is a perfect family SUV, in my opinion. It's large, it's comfortable, it's luxurious. Yes, it's not cheap, especially this one being about $123,000, and I'll list everything in the description of this video so you can see what options were added to it. But it's easy to go crazy with it. They have one that's about $130 MSRP as well, but it was sold, unfortunately. So, I wanted to show you the most equipped one that they had in inventory. But driving here in this parking lot right here, they have some of those speed bumps, and this is a good place to kind of check out this air suspension and see how that goes over these bumps, because that's really what most people are gonna use this vehicle for, is basic commute, maybe a few bumps here and there, maybe, but only maybe, taking it to the boat ramp, but that's pretty much it. I don't see many people doing some serious off-roading with the GLSs. However, I have to tell you that when I worked for Mercedes, we went to the factory in Alabama, and they took us for some serious driving. And what these vehicles are capable for is very impressive. I mean, we were basically going downhill. I forget the percentage of the hill, but it was very steep. So yeah, don't underestimate it just because it is a luxury SUV. It also has the ability to take it off the beaten path that most people probably want. 7,700 pounds towing capacity is not bad either for a decent size boat. So that's something that you're considering. You're definitely going to have plenty of power to tow it. Now, as far as the turning radius, I like to do a full 360 somewhere in the parking lot. I see some space over here. We're definitely going to do that, see how tight this vehicle is. Mercedes, overall has been known for a very good maneuverability. I can't even pronounce that. Steering wheel all the way to the left. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parking spots. And it turns it all around. So yeah, I mean, it is very impressive for a vehicle that's 205 inches long to turn in such a tight space, basically. You can barely hear the engine. However, when I was on the outside filming it, you can definitely hear the engine working, especially when you first start it up and the AC is blowing full speed. It has to get those fans moving to get this cabin nice and comfortable for you, which is a good thing. Okay, you can't hear it on the inside. On the outside, well, it's other people's problem, right? It also doesn't have this typical starter sound because it is a mild hybrid vehicle, and that's why it has more horsepower than a few years ago. And it's also more powerful. I don't know if it's more gas efficient. I mean, 16 as far as the middle number, I mean, it could be better, right? But I guess you can't have it all. We're definitely going to check out the merge in traffic, hopefully stop to about 40-50 acceleration, and the overall feel of this vehicle. Starting with traffic merge right here. Wow. Right there, 55, like nothing. And it's not only the speed, but it's comfort, and it's the easiness that this vehicle does it with. I know a lot of people miss the V8s. Definitely makes a big difference, in the acceleration and in the smoothness of performance. And you can barely hear it. Cruising, perfect. It's like floating. It's really super comfortable. But I'm going to tell you, those pillows and the massage seats, dangerous. You fall asleep. It's got the semi-autonomous drive, not the fully autonomous drive. So, I mean, I wouldn't count on that. Not yet, at least. All right, we can quickly stop in here. All right, we're at 0. Well, let's go. Woo! Look at this, guys. 50 and 60. 4.7 seconds. That's what Mercedes claims that this vehicle can do. As far as the acceleration, I believe it. Maybe even faster. Definitely fast enough. Now, this is 6,000 pounds vehicle. So, and the large in dimensions too. So for it to move so effortlessly, it's definitely amazing. I love it. I still think it is the king of the road, and it's the best large luxury SUV. Now, there are others that are competing with it, but this is the benchmark. Guys, let me know what you think about it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Maybe you'll go for something else, and why. And thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. I hope you learned something about this brand new 2025 GLS580. If you did, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.